Trump do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully execute
that I will faithfully execute
the office of President of the United States.
The office of President of the United States.
We've been monitoring the Women's March coming out of Washington and across the entire world. Thousands of people nationwide and again in places like London and Barcelona just out there marching for their rights, and many of them protesting the swearing in of our 45th president, Donald Trump.
It's being described as the largest humanitarian crisis facing the world since the creation of the UN. The warning comes from the organization amid mounting concern about famine in Somalia, South Sudan, Yemen and Nigeria.
The United Kingdom is leaving the European Union.
With these words, Prime Minister Theresa May beginning Britain's divorce from the European Union.
The U.S. has reportedly launched dozens of cruise missiles at a Syrian government target.
A major so-called ransomware attack is underway worldwide, with more than 75,000 attacks reported. Now, this particular map right here shows where the attacks are taking place.
Conference organizers hoped for consensus amongst the countries discussing the treaty, but it took a vote to approve it. 122 states in favor, only one, the Netherlands, against. Once 50 countries ratify the nuclear prohibition treaty, atomic weapons will effectively be illegal under international law.
On August 17th, something special happened. For the first time, we detected gravitational waves that were coming not from the collision of black holes, but from the collision of two neutron stars.
I am fighting every day for the great people of this country. Therefore, in order to fulfill my solemn duty to protect America and its citizens, the United States will withdraw from the Paris Climate Accord.
Crescent moon at this point. It is getting really cool around here.
I can tell you this crowd is very, very excited. Anthony, this is just incredible to watch.
It's Harvey provoking an unfolding flooding disaster in America's fourth largest city, Houston, Texas.
This is all happening right now as we come on the air, and the situation is unfortunately dire. People trapped in their flooded out homes. They are fleeing to their attics, taking to social media, begging for a rescue.
And there's a
President Trump declared an emergency today in Florida, Puerto Rico, and the U.S. Virgin Islands, all threatened by the most powerful Atlantic hurricane ever seen.
November 15th, 2017, the Cassini spacecraft will dive into Saturn, ending a 13-year tour of the ringed planet and its strange moons.
The first pictures now coming in from Puerto Rico after taking a direct hit. Hurricane Maria slamming into the island, and as you heard, one official saying the island is destroyed.
Donating blood, donating their time. In fact, the Las Vegas Police Department yesterday had to essentially say, look, thank you so much for all that you're doing, for the number of sandwiches and the cups of coffee and the Starbucks that you're bringing to us. That may be even too much for what we ultimately need. And so people here have really responded to this crisis. But
they have passed the vote for independence here in the Catalan Parliament. Catalonia has gone its own way from Spain. The first time this has happened in Europe, something that Madrid has vowed to fight. But the Catalan Parliament has voted for independence as a sovereign state.
An uneasy calm in Harare. This after confusing scenes on the streets of Zimbabwe with a night of unrest as military vehicles rolled in. There were also reports that soldiers were seen loading ammunition. These developments followed a warning on Monday that the military would step in if the sacking of candidates they favor within the ruling party didn't stop.
The Russian Olympic Committee is suspended with immediate effect. Individual clean Russian athletes will be able to participate under strict conditions at the Olympic Winter Games Pyeongchang 2018.
That breaking news, the blockbuster Disney deal, the parent company of ABC buying many of the assets of 21st Century Fox, creating an entertainment giant.